when I'm on set on action, I don't ever get to look at anybody in their eyes. I don't really get to feel the soul and connect to it. So that all has to be done before in the rehearsals and offset. So Boots is very adamant about making sure that we all as a cast were bonded and we're this tight-knit group.
How you doing today, Jarrell?
What's up, Grant? I'm good, man. Thanks for taking the time.
Hey, thank you for taking the time. This has been on my watch list for the moment it was announced.
Dope. I
In case
see this.
the
I,
I was gonna
yeah, I
say in
was
case
about to
the
say.
vinyl, the shirt, all of it. I'm a
I
Boots
love
fan.
it. I
So
love it.
and
That's dope.
this show just continues his amazing win streak on screen as well as yours. And so I'm curious, what about, the premise or the script really struck you right away to wanting to be both a star and executive producer on this?
Yeah, well, Boots emailed me personally, and the title of the email said 13-foot tall black man in Oakland. And I think if you read that, no matter who you are, you're intrigued and you're curious as to what that means. And so we sat down for lunch maybe a week later, and he painted the whole vision, and my jaw was to the floor. I was just amazed at not only how creative the idea was, but the way he wanted to execute it, which was forced perspective and very technical and very real and authentic. And so when you get somebody like Boots in front of you, all you know is that it's about to be strong, important work, and it's going to be a challenge. So that all just excited me to keep going with it.
Now, I was just talking with Olivia and Kara as well about the
Mhm.
force perspective and the technical aspect to this whole thing. And I'm curious what that was like for you, because they were telling me how you had your own big version of the bedroom built and you were
Yeah.
carrying dolls around. And so, I mean, what is that like for you, getting into that mindset and having to have these real life friendships only for them
Yeah.
to not actually be in the room with
Be
you?
there, right? It's definitely mental gymnastics, man. Like when I'm on set on action, I don't ever get to look at anybody in their eyes. I don't really get to feel the soul and connect to it. So that all has to be done before in the rehearsals and offset. So Boots is very adamant about making sure that we all as a cast were bonded and we're this tight-knit group. And within a week, man, we were absolutely just obsessed with each other, hanging out all the time, even off set. So that brought a lot of the authenticity to the set. And yeah, it's just I also commend Boots for the idea of doing forced perspective and shooting it practical because it allowed the actors to fall into the world more. I mean, I'm around actual mini pieces and small things, so I felt gigantic, and that allowed me to slide into the performance a bit easier.
Now, it's interesting that as tall of a person as Cootie obviously is, he also has a personality that has yet to really burst out. And so curious what it's like exploring that growth with him as he finds himself and as he builds these relationships and discovers this world that
Yeah.
is not as pretty as he hoped.
Yeah, I think that was honestly the most fun. That was the fun part about creating Cootie because his arc is incredible. It's interesting. On episode one, he's lived 19 years of life confided and inside of his home. And then throughout the next episodes, I think it's only a span of a few weeks of time. He learns more in those few weeks of time than he has in his 19 years of his own life. And so it's cool because in every moment, in almost every scene, it's something new for Cootie. And it's Cootie's first time doing it. And so exploring that naivete and that sort of bright-eyed curiosity was a lot of fun because it was really playing with the idea of being in a situation that feels normal, but for him, it's just not. Even like, the intimate scene between him and Flora, that's such a big moment for him. And not often do you go on set and you get to do a scene like that and have to pretend like it's your very first time. So, yeah, just exploring all the newness that Cootie was dealing with was a lot of fun.
And what a wild first time of a thing that is for,
Yeah, super,
for him.
super wild, and Boots incorporating it into the show is so badass and boss because I know that's what we're all wondering. What does that look like for him? And so that scene is really cool, and I think it'll be pretty iconic.
I think people are definitely, it's going to be one of those that stick out for everybody when they go
Yeah,
back and hopefully rewatch it enough to get it a season two because I want to see more of this world and of this character.
definitely, man.
I am unfortunately getting the wrap signal, so I'm going to have to let you go. But thank
Ah,
you so
man.
much again for taking the time. I greatly appreciate it.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.